Hey guys, and welcome back to the Path to Exile Podcast, episode 22, partnered with Mobalytics. I'm Kyle Torek, and joining me per usual is Miso Shiro and Dead Rabbit. And if you're new here, we have our audio-only formats on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We got King Kongor back, man. Excited to have you on to talk about patch 0.4. How you been, man?
I'm good. Ups and downs with the patch, but I'm having fun. A couple problems, as we all know.
What did you league start?
Warrior. Smith of Kitava. Was a bit
Bear,
disappointed
right?
with it. Well, yes, Bear. But I was disappointed with Smith of Kitava because of that new armor node. It says like you get 200 armor, but that armor actually doesn't go in your chest, making it completely useless. It just goes into your, stats.
It's just like flat armor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it would scale
so
the
you
body
can't
armor too.
increase. Yeah, exactly. Like you would expect that because everything goes into body armor, but then that armor is like, oh, but that's flat armor. Makes no sense. I was really annoyed.
It's basically not scalable.
You can't scale it.
It's just okay. I didn't know that. Okay, that's very disappointing.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was like I thought it was bugged first, but then I saw that it actually goes in. Like I was raging over it.
Classic PoE, honestly. Classic Path of Exile.
So dumb. But yeah. What about you guys? Yeah, I'm still in a character, but now I'm a Titan. Titan bear. Made a polar bear. It's incredible. It's insane. Yeah, it's insane. I love it. I'm gonna make a video about it tonight. I'm happy with it now. So.
People were telling me it's like, oh, Kongor doesn't like bear. I'm like, huh. I wonder what's going on there.
No, I like it now.
You like it now?
I just had to go ice. Yeah, I made an ice bear. So it's like fire everywhere, but it's actually ice.
Yeah,
but it's fun.
Are you converting with like
pure
the gloves?
Ice? No, not with the gloves. I could do that, but then the glove slot is so powerful that I don't want to waste the glove slot. So I'm just putting like Embitter and then like cold attunement stuff like that.
Oh, that's
cool.
enough.
I just need to create the shattering. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's OP. I love it. I've been doing a lot of boss runs today. I mean, my weapon is still kind of shit, 730 fist DPS, and it is killing bosses easily. And I already tested a 900 plus, and then the boss suddenly just like it took like 3 seconds. And I'm talking about the highest level CES. So it is definitely really good. Good.
What about you, Miso?
I am still on my Wyvern character. So I mean, I league started Wolfpack, right? Wolfpack leader tactician, and oh boy, that build was bad. It was so bad. Man, it was like feeling like 0.1 levels of like, I don't know what I'm doing. So that's why my damage is absolute Z, except I think it was like even worse. I think it was like even worse than a 0.2 league start type of situation. Because man, I was doing so little damage. And I know that if I had potentially like gone all wolf, basically, right? All minions, all wolf, and just like started scaling minions, the minion level, whatever. It would have been better, but the whole goal was like, because they were on the end game preview, they're like, oh, or you could be like a wolf pack leader and like fight alongside your wolves and like wolf minions and whatever, right? I was like, oh shoot, a hybrid minion melee build. Most of the builds in the game are like full melee or no minions, right? And this is like an opportunity to play like a hybrid build. Yeah, it was not good. The wolves did not survive. They did not do enough damage, and I did not do enough damage. It was like such a bad build that I was like, man, I got to reroll. And also I had like a really bad luck. Like I know it's like, oh, you can like, there's like crafting and things like that. Like, so it's kind of like a weird spiral where it's like, one, your build is so bad that you don't want to kill essence mobs, and like my essence mobs were really bad too. So it was like I barely ever got any essence mobs that gave me anything. But the problem wasn't the essence mobs. At the end of the day, I actually got weapons that are like 60% fizz, 70% fizz. Though that was like the peak. Like I only got to like 70% increased fizz, never higher, and that's a two-hander weapon. But the problem is I never got any plus melee skills on my talismans. Like, and I was checking shop
during the campaign, or
yeah, during the campaign, and I was checking.
It's pretty rare though. Like
I
it's kind of rare, right? Like plus
I mean,
melee skills in a campaign.
Usually you get
I
like
barely
one at one point.
Yeah. I saw
I
like 2 in the entire 13-hour of campaign I did. So
yeah, well, legitimately, I just like it was. Well, it was one again terrible, no plus melee, but again, my plus fizz only went up to like 60 or 70%, and like it was bad. It was such a bad run. Like on top of having a bad build, the weapons were so bad. Like normally it'll be fine. It's like your build is like a little bit stronger. You could make it past like having not so great weapons. But like this time around, my weapons was bad. I couldn't find any support gems as per usual. And then like the build itself was just terrible. So it was a really rough experience. Like but I eventually at this point now I went into the end game and then I re-rolled to Gemling Wyvern, and ever since then it's been great.
So you hated it, but you didn't make it through the campaign with it.
I did make it through the campaign.
Rough. How many hours?
18. It was
rough. Man.
And the thing is, it's not like, how like normally if you spend a lot of time in the campaign, you're like over leveled, right? That was not the case with me. I was at least 3 levels under every single map all the time.
Oh man. Rough.
So
but that was with the wolf summons, right? I heard Gazzy talk about that as well. It was the worst experience he ever had, he said.
Yeah, I think like I've seen videos of people like doing okay with wolf summons again, but it's like you have to fully invest in wolf summons.
Oh shit.
As opposed to like the hybrid play style that they were kind of advertising that I was hoping for it to be. So yeah, it kind of sucked. But we made it through 18 hours. It is what it is. We locked it in gamer mode, and every single boss was a struggle. But hey, you know what? We made it. But yeah, Wyvern Gemling right now, and it's been a lot of fun. Wyvern, I think, in my opinion, is probably, and we can talk a little more about this more later. I think it's probably the worst transform out of all 3 of them, as expected, to be honest, since the beginning. But I find it fun.
Cool. Rabbit.
I had kind of the opposite experience. I was like originally also winging it, kind of, because we didn't really know anything about the Oracle. We didn't really know anything about the plant skills, how they will eventually function in the game. There was not really any baseline to go off of. The only baseline I really had when starting off was the other spell physical skills, and I kind of tried to gauge a little bit on how much they could actually work in campaign. And my hope was that it actually will work in campaign, because Bone Cage and Bone Storm was always a pretty solid pick in campaign just overall. And I had exactly the opposite of Miso's experience, because it worked so incredibly well that I couldn't believe it kind of during the campaign, because you get Entangle on level 1. And basically your first reaction, or my first reaction when getting Entangle immediately as your first skill, was, oh my god, this works incredibly well. Because starting out in Act 1 and starting out when you get Entangle, it's very immediately noticeable how good it works, because it not only slowed down everything, the monsters and everything, but it also dealt a very, very good amount of damage. So in Act 1, I kind of went with an Entangle, Volcano, Lightning Bolt mix, because I had a +2 Lightning Bolt staff pretty quick. And that just carried me through Act 1, even though I had no idea what I was going for and what I was gonna end up using in Act 1. I still did like a 50-minute Act 1, which was kind of crazy to me, because that is almost as fast as some of the runs I've done before on characters that I've actually practiced on. So, and then it kind of just went even better from there, because you had Entangle, and then you had Thrashing Vines, and then I played also just Bone Cage and Bone Storm on top, and you didn't really need anything more. It was literally just that, and it worked incredibly well. The passive tree for the Druid side was just amazing, especially for a campaign, because you just got raw damage on anything. I was struggling with attributes a little bit, because every single note you were able to pick was just straight up damage. You were just pathing towards the when I saw the Wild Surge Incarnation keystone, which basically just gives 50% more damage, and I'm going
It's crazy.
towards that as soon as possible. I think you had that at like level 18 or something, I think. And then it was just, and then you path towards the next plant cluster, which gave you like another 100% damage or something on plant and physical spell skills. So yeah, it should be, in my opinion, a baseline on how more campaign design for specific build archetypes or characters should work out. It was luck. In the end, it was definitely luck. It could have been a miso situation there where I was like, "Oh fuck, this is not working at all," and I have to rethink everything now. But yeah, and I'm still on plans. I'm in endgame now. I have like the content is finished. I just hit level 97, and it still works. And I basically still use the same skills I used in campaign. The main damage is still Entangle. Main damage single target is still Thrashing Vines, and then you just have like some other tech in there, and it just works. I usually it takes me like a week to start thinking about another build, and what to go for next. But I'm pretty happy right now on plans, and yeah, it was a really, really good league start.
Oh yeah, didn't you get a divine off of Monkey? I think I saw a clip of that.
Yes.
Jesus.
Was that in a campaign?
A
Yeah,
lot of
campaign
people
monkey.
got divines in campaign this time around. I don't know about you guys,
Many.
but in my chat,
Yeah, a
there
lot
were
of people
so
got
many people.
headhunters this league.
Yeah,
want a
somebody
Headhunter.
chanced one on stream on day one. It was crazy. I wonder who that is.
And another
No, but I
person
mean-
chanced one yesterday. Again, this guy has a title in his stream now where it's !Headhunter 5.
That's crazy.
Yes.
I didn't chance it. I got it
Because
from a
he-
reliquary.
That's
true.
crazy.
But I
That's
watched
even-
I watched Exiled against today, and like 4 other streamers also got a headhunter. This is
Damn,
ridiculous.
I got a lot of heavy belts
Yeah,
in my stash. I need to go chance them, I guess.
yeah,
I'm
dude.
pulling it now, by the way.
Stockpile
Headhunter
them.
is gonna drop in price heavily. It was the same last league. For some reason, I don't know why, it seems much more common to be able to get a Headhunter through chancing and
Because
the
it's-
reliquary for some reason.
It's only T1.
Oh, is it? It's not
Right?
T0
It's
anymore?
not
is, right?
T0, which is
Yeah.
weird. They need to change that. But I don't care,
Yeah.
man. Whatever. Headhunter.
Yeah.
definitely.
I'll take it. Like I got Headhunter like 3 days ago or something, and it just, when you get Headhunter this early into a league, you're just
Yeah, that's crazy.
flying. You're just
Yeah.
flying through. But yeah, that's
That's cool.
I think another good discussion. I think Headhunter should be T0 for how powerful it is and for how build defining it is, because you can just slap it onto every single build and it just makes it better, especially
You know,
when we have
it's only because of Abyss. If Abyss wasn't there, Headhunter was kind of meh.
No, I mean,
It's
even
Abyss.
That's
before
true as well.
Abyss, Headhunter was decent.
Like people didn't really use it. It
that was
a
also
lot
when
cheaper.
it was 20 seconds. So
I don't.
when
I don't know
Abyss
about
came-
that.
No, even after the 60 seconds, not many people used
Yeah,
it. Now,
I think the 60
like,
seconds was the thing. I really do.
I don't like Headhunter.
no, you're wrong.
Oh, I
Like,
mean, I'll try to pull out
it's
numbers. of
Abyss
past
that made it
leagues.
really. Yeah, and Abyss made it very popular
Oh, sure. It,
I've used-
it probably
because
made it
the
better.
Abyss mods are insane. Like the
I've used
normal
Headhunter
elites
once,
is like whatever.
and I don't like it. I don't want to use it anymore.
We have-
I don't
we have-
like
we have
things
4
that are
different
that
opinions right now.
powerful. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's just too good. It's like it becomes the
No, it's
build.
not
Like some of the
too
mods,
good.
some of the mods are just so annoying. Like the one that warps you around and stuff. It's just like I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like build the items that change my gameplay like that. I don't know. I want my build to be good without Headhunter stealing buffs. Is
Yeah,
that weird?
no, it's the same. But like once you can apply a Headhunter to it as well, like I always make sure that my build works without it, and then I add it.
yes,
I mean,
that's also.
I mean, that's
just
smart.
That's the thing about Headhunter. Even if your build works without it, which it should, and most builds I think should work without Headhunter. If you have a build that only functions well with Headhunter, I would argue that it's not a
probably not a
good
good
build.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it just makes, like Kongor said, if you just then slap on Headhunter, it just makes the build better. In
Yep.
99% of cases, I would say. There's like
It's
specific.
kind of like a maze
things-
blood, right?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. That's great. Fun.
It's a luxury item at the end of the day. It's
Mhm.
supposed to be a luxury item.
And belts are it's a very flexible slot in my opinion. So it's not it's easy to build around the Headhunter.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it's sometimes a bit hard to put it in because your belt, like you can have try resist on there, quite high life, and some
It's
other
the most.
stuff.
It's the slot that gives the most survivability the easiest, I'd say.
Yeah.
Other than
I
the
got a
chest
triple res
armor, I
belt
guess.
right now.
Other than the chest
You
armor.
get triple res, max life armor on it. It's like belts are really good.
Yeah.
I almost always use a red belt or a rare belt unless I'm using Darkness and Throne.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think that's the one, right?
everybody's build. So for us, everybody's build at the end of the day comes down to Headhunter in the belt, like at end league and end game at this point. I think. I don't know. If
For
you
my
guys
league,
agree.
I mean, I don't use it.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much
respectable.
everybody else.
But I'm a weird one. I did a week start that was Iron Ward. We talked about the Iron Ward changes last week, and when I saw the radius increase, I was like, oh, this is gonna be stupid. And it was as stupid as I thought it would be. Just like from Act 1, you're clearing off a screen with it. Its single target bit was really ass for the campaign, so I was forced to swap the Thorns like at level 40 for single target. But Iron Ward like has carried the clear the entire campaign and through all of Endgame. The problem I ran into it was, well, AI League started Oracle, and Oracle was bad for the build, so I ended up having to swap the Shaman, and ultimately should be on a Gemling, I think. And then two, it's just like it's one of those builds that like you should not League start it because it takes like a mirror to make it as good, like as efficient as you want it to be, because it's a self damage loop, so it's Iron Ward loop. My minions die, and I take self damage from Heartbound loop that fills up Iron Ward, and if you're doing it that way, you want to get like as many minions respawning as fast as possible, and like the cost of that right now is just like so insane, and I didn't want to be sitting there farming for a mirror on like a build that was like mid at the like it just mid right now. It was really fun, and Iron War was as cool as I thought it would be, but it was just too hard to scale the single target without lots of currency. So then I swapped to a deadly. Well, actually, I want to keep talking about that build because, funny enough, day one, or day two, it was like the morning of day two, I bought a Amanamu's Tithe because I was doing the minion death thing. And I didn't realize I was going to be getting a invulnerability aura, and I bought it for 1 Exalt. And I remember thinking when I was using it, I was like, oh, this is OP. I should go buy more of these, and I didn't. And now it's just like one of the most meta OP broken items right now. I'm blown away by a Mamamu's Tithe. I cannot believe they let Invuln Aura on it. It's like I have a legit 80% uptime on Invuln Aura. King Kongor and Dead Rabbit, you're both using that tech? Or no?
No.
No one should
No.
use it. It's not good. It's not good. We should also just stop talking about it. I think talking
It's
about
gonna
it
get
is
nerfed.
just-
It's an oversight. It shouldn't be in the game. It's gonna the immunity thing is gonna get deleted. It's just gonna be gone.
let
Like
me
the
keep it. Let
the
me
rest
keep it for
stays.
Christmas, please.
If your build is good just because of that stupid thing, your build sucks basically.
No, it's
So-
just better now. It's so fun now. It's so fun now. Just like visually, I really like it. It's so nice just having that exploding wolf pack the whole time, and you get like all these. It's so awesome. No,
Yeah,
I agree with you, but I would like to keep it for Christmas, just as a
Yeah.
Christmas gift for me. I would really like to keep it.
I think it's gonna get deleted on like a middle patch. Like they
And
usually
for-
don't delete stuff. But I
It's
think
so
like
dumb,
the immunity buff is gone. I don't know how they put that in the game. Like this happens every single time. Like something that gives immunity just gets completely nuked and
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah.
Because
It
they
should be.
didn't intend it. They
For-
probably
for-
accidentally some intern or something did that. Who knows?
It was John.
For
I think.
anyone listening, because I don't think we have explained it. So Amanamu's Tithe
Amanamu.
is a lineage support gem that you get from Abyss when you do the Abyss, the Abyssal Depths. At the end, there's always a chest, and you have a chance to get that. It's around 10 divines right now, so it's not cheap, definitely, because a lot of people have noticed it now. So it basically says that when a persistent minion that you have socket this lineage support gem in, when one of those minions dies, you have a 50% chance to get a abyssal modifiers, and everyone knows, like Kongor already said in the Headhunter discussion, that the abyssal modifiers are one of the strongest ones you can steal in the game, probably the strongest ones. Now we also have Wolfpack, and Wolfpack summons 6 wolves standard. So if you then use Inferno Legion, which basically kills your wolves, basically instant. you can do the math in your head yourself. I think if you kill 6 wolves every single time in like 3 or 4 seconds, that means every 3 or 4 seconds you have a very high chance to get all 3 abyssal modifiers at all times. And you can do it on any build, because if you don't have the spirit for the 60 spirit for the wolf pack, you can just do it on weapon set 2 and just weapon switch once in a while, every 20 seconds or something, and get it. I personally did today. I just bought a spirit body armor, so I don't have to do the weapon switch anymore because I'm lazy as hell. And now I just have abyssal modifiers the whole time on top of my Headhunter. So that is just the short explanation. And
Want to know something funny? Like this bug. Like I'm just gonna call it a bug because that's what it is. Like, well, it's not a bug. Like it's this mistake. They also had last leak. Remember, there was this one thing that you could have a specter or something, or a pet or a companion, whatever the fuck it was, that had that aura, and it was like 100% uptime. They got rid of that so quick. So yeah. Just enjoy it as it lasts.
Yeah, it's definitely like you said. 60 spirit is way too low for like you be able to use that with Wolfpack. Like it's 10 spirit per minion. That's like the most pound for pound you can get for it. And it's just funny that it slotted perfectly into my already self minion build. It was just like day 2. It was just like, oh, Amanamu's Tithe. This seems interesting. Like a random chatter was like, hey, you should try that lineage down. I was like, oh, okay. And then it just ended up being so dumb. Like you shouldn't. Yeah, it has to go. It has to go.
It's not the only oversight, and like Kongor is super right about that. And I don't think that is like a hype on or like a knock on GGG or anything. When you have these many things coded into a game, or like brought into the game, and especially in an update like this with the Vaal and everything, there is gonna be stuff like that. There is gonna be oversight. I think Soul Tether, for example, the no downside Soul Tether is probably another example of what is probably an oversight. Because if you have the no downside Soul Tether and you have 10,000 energy shield, you perma have 10,000 energy shield, and it just basically made the blood mages and the characters who are using the Covenant just basically immortal. I mean, anything that doesn't one-shot your 10,000 plus energy shield in one hit, you're just immortal because you perma have energy shield leech, because you can have a soul tether now with no downside. And
I don't think that was an oversight.
There's going to be oversights. Like
I don't think that was an oversight. I think that was pretty intentional. Then
it's energy shield. He might have a point. No. I mean, Misha has a point. It's energy shield, fucking good. It's intended. Yep.
No, the reason why I think it's intentional is because for the Mass of the Stitch Demon, they took out the one of the lines, and so they knew to look for that. It's like for the Abyssal mod, maybe it was their first time or whatever. They knew like, oh, some of the stuff would be like kind of like they're probably like, oh, okay, let's just do this. But then like for the Vaal ones, they have experience making like Vaalborn, or I guess not Vaalborn, but what was the other one? Vaalborn items from PoE 1.
Vaalborn, yeah.
But then also in this one, they clearly, for some of the items, they did take out some of the super OP ones. And this is like obvious. It was obvious. Like anybody looking at it could have seen like, hey, this is going to be OP, in my opinion. So I do think that it is probably intentional.
I just meant like in the comparison to what we have with the I don't think it's, because if you compare the two, the Amanamu's Tithe interaction, if you compare it with like something like the Soul Tether, I don't think it's that much more.
I think it's a pretty big
OP.
difference, because if your build's bad, if you're not doing damage, it doesn't do any good for you. Whereas Amanamu's
I think the Soul Tether is more overpowered, because there are windows where you don't get the invulnerability aura. So if you have a shit build, you're gonna die. It's not permanent invulnerability.
Yeah,
it's
might
bad
be more
for the game. It should go, but
I think it's
Soul
more
Tether
overpowered.
Seems OP.
Yeah, it's more overpowered, but the thing is, like, again, like I said, if you have the item, but if you don't build your character correctly, it's not gonna do anything for you. Right? If you're not doing damage, then it doesn't do anything. Whereas the Amanamu's Tithe, it's like literally you just slap it on and do the wolf minion, and you're just like, all right.
I mean, that's stupid.
You're good.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's like a no-brainer.
They're both too
thing.
strong.
Yeah, it is probably too strong. It's OP, but I'm not. I'm saying, like,
he says.
But it's.
I can see it already. I can see the comments
Miso
already.
needs to play more armor builds, because like it's way too overpowered. I'm not getting near that tanky. I have a question. Did any of you guys ever play with Armor ES? Because I've heard bad things that Armor ES didn't pan out.
Well,
was it good? That was
No.
bad.
I played
It was-
Armor ES in season 1. It was fucking insane.
I meant this patch
me.
for like the bark skin stuff. Like I was interested in
Oh.
the that shit. I didn't know if it would be
I
good.
haven't
I'm not-
touched Energy Shield yet.
I exactly played that, and I'm not saying Armor yes like in general was bad, because I've seen people actually make it work. My experience just now was I had Armor yes during campaign. It was really, really good, and Bark Skin worked out really, really well in campaign. But then once I got to endgame and progressed further in T50 maps and everything, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse compared to what you can just get in full Energy Shield. I think it can absolutely be good. Armor Energy Shield, but you need a shit ton of armor, and you also need a shit ton of Energy Shield, and that just requires a lot of investment and a lot of points in the passive tree and a lot of affixes on your gear. And at that point, just go Energy Shield, and it just doesn't make sense. I really wanted to make it work, and I was kind of stubborn about it this league. And when it kind of felt like it didn't work out at first, I really wanted to make it work and try to actually go in. I had a body armor with the suffix of armor applies to elemental. I had a helmet and boots, and I even went into Prism Guard on the passive tree and everything, and it still didn't feel good. And then I switched to full ES. I got like 8,000 ES with convalescence and some energy shield recharge, and now now we have the glove socketable as well, which basically gives you convalescence every 2 seconds automatically. And it's just energy shield is like, as someone who has been, I don't know if abusing is the right word, but abusing energy shield for since the start of PoE 2, I really wanted to do something else this time around, but it just didn't feel as good. And
Resist, young one. Resist.
huh?
Resist the
mean,
energy shield urge.
I thought like you meant like resistance.
No,
I can't. I tried to. I really tried to.
You sound like a drug addict.
Yeah, dude. It's
I
like,
tried to. I really tried.
you got any of
I
the
really
energy
tried.
shield?
Got that blue
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. I know. I'm
Addicted to the
back. I'm
blue.
back on it now. I'm back on it now, and I I don't regret. I don't regret.
crystal
No
blue.
rehab. No rehab for me. Yeah.
I think again, I don't know if this is true, but one of my chatters was like, "Oh, if you're playing Jin, you could play Armor ES, not invest into ES at all, and so you can get your ES to like 7K or something like that." So I don't know. I don't know how true it is. Somebody was saying that, so potentially Jin could make Armor ES work. I know Jin does have built-in stuff for Armor ES, so maybe that class can do it. I'm not playing Jin. I don't think any of us are playing Jin, so
Looks
I've
insane
been
though.
tempted.
yeah, it looks really cool.
I have not seen anything. I've seen. I looked at the Beetle build. Beetle build looks cool, but I haven't seen like any builds for it yet. What are people using from it?
Or they just blow up screens.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The water Jin freeze explosion seems really cool to me. I don't know, like I haven't seen that many builds. I know Garoth is making a build around it, but it seems like a really cool sensei. Somebody in my YouTube chat just said I got 7K ES and 57% from the Jin node. So, you know, it seems like it's pretty insane for Armor ES.
Cool.
But yeah, speaking of like defensive layers, I am playing an armor character in the end game for the first time. I finally discovered the right side of the tree. For the longest time, I thought that it was a void over there, especially the bottom right, and I am deep on the bottom right now. And I am right now, I would say, because of the changes to crafting.
Wait, right
now,
or left? Wait, what are you playing?
sorry, the left side of the tree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
was
confused
like,
me
what do you
too. I was like,
mean,
what do you
bro?
mean?
Finally
That's where you
discovered
normally
the-
play, bro.
I finally discovered the bottom left side of the tree, and I am, because of the crafting changes, it's hard to get like good gear, right? So I'm like trying to figure out how I can, like, you know, reasonably for a decent price get like a high armor chest with, like, you know, good life, because like the looking at like some of the more deterministic ways to craft, I can get like a high armor chest piece but no life. So yeah, I'm like right now struggling with like survivability a little bit. I probably die every like 5 maps or so, because Wyvern is basically melee. Like it
Have you tried
Wyvern.
Brass Dome?
Hmm?
Have you tried Brass Dome?
No, I
Greed?
haven't.
No.
Really high armor, crit immune.
No, I
Yeah, but
haven't.
you can't use chests, right?
Well, no, you can. I'm not playing Smith. I'm playing Mercenary.
No, but Brass Dome. I think we talked about it on stream earlier.
No, that's Bringer of Rain.
Yeah, you think of Brass Dome is a body
Oh.
armor. It's like it's got high base armor. It got buffed in this patch. It's got really high. It's
Okay,
like a
that
really
one.
cheap, like it's a really cheap starter unique. Has immunity to crits or not immunity crit. You take no extra damage from crits. And it's like it's like -1, -2 all res on it or something.
Holy, yeah, that's 3,000 armor. God damn.
It's really good. Really good. I
Mhm.
think mine's up to almost 4,000.
Yeah, I know some a lot of people are using Mariah this patch because it did get a big buff.
Mariah? Oh, Moriors?
Yeah. So
Was it how is it called Mariah or Moriors? I
I
always
don't
call it
know.
Moriors.
Warrior.
Okay.
yeah,
I'm a warrior, so I call it a warrior.
I don't know how to exactly pronounce it, but I think you might get like kind of lower armor on that because I think it caps at like maybe like 1,000 or something like that, maybe lower. So I don't know. Maybe I use that, maybe I don't, but I don't know how expensive it is, like a good rolled one. But yeah, I just at this point I'm still trying to figure it out. I think like one of the things I'm missing is like life. My life pool is pretty low, 2.4k. I'd like to get it to like 3k, but again, like I don't have life on my chest. I think I need like percent life on my amulet. But yeah, life is pretty low on my side for sure.
What stats do you have on your chest? Like the prefixes?
All armor. So it's at like
Okay.
So it's like well, it's not even that highly rolled because it's got a T3% armor because I think you get that from the essence. So it's got like 2.3k armor about is what I have on that chest armor. Yeah. And it's got Ellie armor to Ellie as well, like 25%. I think I'm rocking around like 80% Ellie to armor or armor to Ellie right now for my character at like 16k armor, something like that. 17k armor.
17k armor like total?
Yeah.
That's pretty low.
I don't know
Welcome
what the
to
average
armor.
I get why you're dying every 5 maps. If you have 17k armor as a melee, you're dying every 5 maps.
I don't know what the numbers are
L
supposed to
plus
be.
ratio.
I'm dying a lot, and I have like 40k armor.
40K.
When I'm in the middle of shit.
Dude, I never use armor. I don't use energy shields. I don't use evasion. I just get as much life as I can, and I use like insta leech. And then I just make my character super fast and have high attack speed. And that's also what I did with my Stampede guy. I got to level 100. So
I wish I could do that. I'm using Ellie damage. No fizz.
How much life do you have right now?
Me?
Kongor, yeah, you.
Only 3.5, but I mean I got shit gear still. So actually 3.9, I think. No, I went down to 3.5 again because I changed Ascendancy nodes.
And you're not doing any
Actually, I'm
armor stacking?
lying.
Like, is the bear helping at all with it?
No, I don't armor stack. I just run really quick and I blow up the screen. So,
Right. So it's the same build you played last league, essentially?
Kinda, yeah. Then bear.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
In a way.
Yeah.
I mean, Rampage is basically Stampede, but like better for most cases.
No, worse.
You think it's
my
worse?
Stampede character shits all over the bear, but the bear is fun. Like I already played Stampede. Like I switched to Stampede to get some gear, and then now I went back to bear because I tried some different stuff with the bear. Stampede is still an insane build. I just wanted to make sure that it worked, and it works really well. But Stampede is way better than bear. Like it has better single targets. It is easier to control, and it screen clears. The bear is it has weird movement. Like if you rampage, sometimes you just rampage the other side. It's like you want to go right, and never mind, you're going left. Shit like that. That's you just got to get used to it. But other than that, like the bear slam is insane. Like I love the slam. I slam it, his entire screen is just one big explosion. Super fun.
I
Do you
think
use the Grand Spectrum rubies?
Not at the moment.
But you
I'm
will
poor.
swap them in eventually? Okay, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe I could. I'm not sure if there's room. Maybe I'll put 1 or 2 if I can fit them in.
I'll have to try like Giga life stacking. I've only done Giga life stacking on like, I think it was called Veil of the Night cheese builds last patch. That was the only time I've ever tried to just fully life stack as a defensive layer.
I think something
You
I
don't
need
need that much life to rely on life. Really.
Yeah, because you're using instantly. Are you doing pure instant leech, or are you doing like the 20% one, the 20% talent?
Right now I only have 8. But yeah, that's enough. Like I just need to divine it up at one point.
Cool.
See.
yeah.
You're posting a video tomorrow, you said? I'll have to watch. That sounds cool.
Yeah. After this.
I think what I need to do is potentially swap over to cold convert on Wyvern, or some way to get freeze, because like right now the problem with Wyvern, and we're kind of talking about like the transforms right now, but right now the biggest problem with Wyvern, and I mean the thing that makes it the worst thing is like it's the slowest. I think it's the slowest to clear out of every single build. It also moves very slow. Because when you're using flame breath, you're slower, on top of always being pretty much melee. And since it's fire, there's no way to like it. The AOE is very small. It's a very small AOE. So it's like on top of being fire, so you're not like clearing screens with heralds. It's also like a very small AOE. So I think I might need to cold convert my fire so I could potentially use Herald of Ice, and then that could help out with clear. Because right now clear is abysmal.
Herald of Ice seems like, again, one of the better ways to clear. Do you guys feel like the density changes have impacted your clear at all?
No, I barely noticed it, honestly.
I know
they
it's
did a
very
good job with that.
I know it's very noticeable on builds like Flicker Strike. Like Corbin came into my stream the other day and talked about it, and I've been hearing like people talk about it on my Spiral Volley build as well, because Spiral Volley relies on having high density to be able to build charges, and people are struggling. But granted, I think some people are like earlier in the map, so like they have like the density scaling skill, I think, where it's like tier 1 has less density than tier 15. But I know Corbin, he got through endgame, and he was saying that Flicker feels really bad now compared to the past, because it just doesn't chain across the screen as much anymore.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What about you, Rabbit? Density changes? You felt them?
No, honestly, I said like multiple times. I think if they wouldn't have mentioned that, I wouldn't have probably noticed it. I think Jonathan explained it as well. It wasn't just it's just not straight up 40% less monsters or something, but he had like a way of explaining it to try where it just makes sense to me. I couldn't like repeat it in the same way. But no, I don't think it's felt. I actually really enjoyed how the maps feel in terms of that right now. That was definitely a plus side for me. It's still crazy sometimes. Sometimes when you have these certain maps with Abyss and Breach on them, it's still you still have the same craziness in terms of density, and it didn't lose. That is what, like, to harp on to quickly finish that point. I think that was the biggest worry for a lot of people, that you lose that satisfaction of like blowing up these big groups. And I personally, I don't think we lost that. It feels very, very good still.
I think the thing was, and Fubgun talked about this too on his stream. He said that like the league mechanics still have the same density. So Abyss, Breach. So it's like if you're running Abyss, if you're running Breach, as long as you're doing those mechanics, the density is about the same. But if you're not running those, then the density changes that are really felt. They're really impactful.
Okay.
I have personally not noticed it, but yeah, I haven't played something like ED Con. I don't know if that feels like, I don't know if ED Con is necessarily suffering at all, or Poison Prolif builds. I don't know if those are suffering at all, but I have not noticed it.
People have been saying that ED Con feels worse this league, from what I've gathered, but again, those people could have been early maps, because I say typically my audience and the content that I make is more geared towards like people who are earlier in the game. So a lot of the people come into my stream are a certain a number of them are earlier.
I do really quickly talk about Oracle. Both Rabbit and I League started Oracle, and It was exactly how we expected. There were some things like the plant things that were just really good, and then there were some things that were just like so niche and weird that they don't make sense. I was trying my hardest to come up like there's an Oracle bow passive that gives bow shots culling strike. And I was trying my hardest to find any reason why you would do a bow culling strike on Oracle versus a witch hunter who starts with culling strike, with decimating strike in the bow section. And there's just nothing added over there. So there was just like a lot of nonsense stuff that's just like, why would you ever do this without you having more support there? Rabbit, what was your experience with all the plant passives? Like, do you like, are you okay with the Oracle start? Because I swapped off. It was like useless for most of my builds.
For plants, it was actually really good. I'm looking at my tree right now. There's quite a few things that I'm utilizing from the Oracle tree. It is pretty nice, and especially going into the endgame now. For example, the Entwined Realities Ascendancy node, I'm using quite a bit now. I'm using 3 different keystones to get like.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Let me count it up. It's 6 different notables that I can take with that. So yeah, I'm definitely using it. For the most part, though, I think the Forest Outcome notable is probably also the one that is most important for my build. The whole it just lends itself very well to cast on critical because you basically crit all the time with a slight damage reduction when the crit has to be rerolled. No, Oracle was really good for me. I still like the Ascendancy a lot. The build that I'm playing is probably pretty universal, though. I don't think you need to be on Oracle. I think you can do this on a Blood Mage. I'm pretty sure you can. I've seen Goratha do it on a Jhin very well. It's just a caster thing. You don't need to play the Oracle, but I think it is very good on the Oracle due to some of the nodes that are just very strong like that. So yeah, I just same for I got lucky a little bit in picking all of this, and it kind of worked out. And then in the end game, it required some further cooking, and we're pretty close to a min-max stage of the build, and it looks absolutely insane now. So yeah, was really good. Was really good. I think Oracle is going to be a very interesting ascendancy for the future as well, because it's so universal. That's what I thought when they initially showed the Oracle and showed what it does. It's very universal. All the ascendancy nodes, they don't really have a strict caster focus, especially the top ones that just give you crit, and the bottom ones just give you more nodes and the from nothings. So I think there's going to be a lot of builds in the future still on many different archetypes that are going to utilize the Oracle like that. And yeah, it's cool.
By the way, the clone thing, we talked about the clone thing last week, how it could be really cool, but it was probably going to be bad, and it is as clunky and as bad as you would expect it to be. It is, I don't know if you tried playing with it, Rabbit, but like any time I tried to use the clones, like it just,
I was warned.
it was never
I was warned to
worth
not
it.
use it.
It was
I was
never
warned to
worth
not
it.
use it, and yeah, and same goes a little bit for I think on the Oracle tree, I think 2 of the ascendancy node need a little bit of a kind of a look at, because moment of vulnerability, like you just said, is I don't think there is any case of anyone picking that ever. And same goes for Align Fate a little bit, because Align Fate is basically we power up a like the TLDR, or the explain to me like I'm 5 of Align Fate is every 9 seconds one of your skill gets powered up. It's basically like ancestrally boosted every 9 minutes or something. In a game where 99% of builds are just spamming a certain skill over and over and over again, having one of those casts be boosted every 9 seconds is just, it's never going to happen. No one's going to pick that. I think the totem node is fine, and it's very good. You just get +1 limit totem, and they get last gasp. So I think that's cool, but I think the other 2 nodes are, and as soon as they see, because GGG 100% has data every single league on what is getting picked, and then if something has 0% pick rate or less than 1% pick rate, that automatically means I think they're gonna look at it. So yeah, it's cool. And also, by the way, the harmony within node on Oracle is basically just bad mind over matter.
Yeah, yeah.
Ha!
So yeah, very cool notes, and then on the other side, some really underwhelming notes. It's almost like this patch. Some very cool stuff, very good stuff, but then on the other hand, a little bit underwhelming in other parts.
Well, speaking of underwhelming, King Kongor, what has been your experience with the Vaal temples?
Oh man. Oh, the Vaal Temple. Oh my goodness. I just don't understand it. Like how it's got in the game in its current state. It's great in the campaign. But it's by far the most frustrating league mechanic I've ever seen. Easily. Which is hold on. Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. I had one of those special rooms that is supposed to reward you with like 3 chests and give you a lot of gold. Like my gold gets filtered when it's in small little piles. So every time I went in the room, I kept hearing that I was picking up gold. So I was like, how am I gaining gold? And I didn't really see me gain gold. So I just pressed Alt and I see like little stacks of 10, 20. And I'm like, bruh, I'm like in a level 80 temple. What the hell is this? And then after that, I killed one white mob and it dropped more gold than was in that entire, like, vault. Like the hidden vault that you have to put in, like, yourself. I mean, it was level 1. I'm not sure if you can level those up, probably. But it's just like, there's so many things I don't understand. Like, why do you get 1 or 2 roads and like 4 rooms? And why, if you put those rooms next to something else, they don't connect? And like, my temple was bricked for the first, like, almost entire week. And why do I need to run 6 maps to go in there to get literally nothing? It's just like, this was not tested, not at all. Maybe in the
Yes.
campaign, but it was not tested. Like, just it was the biggest bullshit ever. I mean, they're coming with the patch soon. It should be better, but time will tell.
The way I thought about it when I
It's crazy.
the way I thought about it when I first played with it was, it was clearly tested by somebody who had infinite runs. They were not mapping between it. Like the fact that you have to do 6 maps between, especially like if you're doing like Waystone 15s that you're like full clearing and stuff, that's so long without getting to do the event. You're in it for like 10 minutes. To me, it is like, I'm not someone who likes looking up like the guides for doing stuff week 1 and stuff. I just like to go into it and fart around, and it is the most over-designed, least explained experience I've ever had in an ARPG. I still have no idea what's going on in the temple. There was a few days where I was just resetting it every day, not knowing what I didn't understand what I was doing. I was just resetting it daily. Like, I wasted so much time in there, and it's just, I don't even do it anymore. Like, I just literally don't even do it anymore. I haven't killed that Ziri yet, which I'm really sad about. I really wanted to kill her. I haven't bothered going in so long. I'm waiting for the patch. When I looked at the patch notes, I didn't even understand what any of the changes they were doing. That's how little I've understood this mechanic. I have not looked up any guides yet that explain it. I saw a Neversink video where he was trying to like say you can just set up this pathing that gets you to farm at Ziri easily, and that's the most I looked into it.
I did run it every single time personally. I just do it just to get like the kind of person I am. You give me something, I will do it. Like something to work towards, like at Ziri, because Ziri drops are pretty good actually. You can drop some nice stuff, and you get to see her ass, which is nice. So reason to go in, right? So I go in every single time. I did run a lot, but it's just it takes too long to set up, and it's really not worth going in. So you're not missing out, other than
I want to do it. It's just, it's weird, man. It's such a weirdly set up system. It's just not intuitive to me at all, as someone who doesn't like, again, I might be in the minority, especially with the audience here. Everyone here, like most people are min-maxers who want to like figure out the day 1 strats and do it perfectly. And I don't do that. And just going in blind, has one of the worst user experiences I've ever had in a game. It's just like,
I think
true.
Wait, Kongor, you're gonna say something?
So like I don't want to be completely doing, because I do think the game, like the temple also brings a lot of cool stuff. Like the double corrupt is really cool. and the quality.
I haven't done
improving.
robo arms once. Like, by the way, I was super excited to make a tanky character that I could get permanent robo arms on, and I haven't seen them once.
I mean, yeah, there's a level 3 room. You can get even attack speed from that. You can get basically 10% attack speed on each arm. But I wonder if there's also a movement speed one. I haven't seen it yet.
10% attack speed?
Yes, per arm.
Jesus.
So
on
there's
both
definitely
arms
some
and
really
legs,
cool...
or just the arms?
Just the arms. Like arms have I think that attack speed is one of the better things you can get. Maybe you can also get cast speed. I think I did see cast speed myself, but I don't need that. And there's some really cool stuff. I like those things that you can get from the temple. I wish like it wasn't on your first dead that they, like it would have been cool if it's like, okay, after 5 deaths, like your arm falls off and it regrows, like whatever. Like give us a little bit of fun with it. Oh, okay, so you can get movement speed. Fupgun got movement speed last night. Someone just said. So there's really cool stuff. The double corrupting thing, like corrupted twice, is cool. And like my favorite, honestly, is the quality improvement that eventually corrupts your item, but it doesn't corrupt as in like it changes your item. It just becomes corrupted and your item's done. That is sick. So, and the funny part is, the quality.
Sorry, re-explain that. It corrupted and it just puts the corruption tag on it and no change.
No. So you have this thing that if you have an item with 20%, you can up it to 30%. But it could it could basically corrupt on the first use, and you just become 21% or 22. But you could get it all the way to 30. So
that's cool.
Exceptional bases that have 28%, for example, lost all their value. Like the only valuable exceptionals now are 3 sockets, pretty much, because you can just add more quality anyways once your item is done. So you have a double exceptional, which is I do like this. I think it's great. And there's a lot of cool stuff that they added in the temple. So like I don't hate the temple. I just hate how it was introduced. It was very undercooked and rushed, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah. I think like the temple is, well, I think Ziz put it best in like his video. He said like it's not very PoE 2 because PoE 2 is supposed to be like, more approachable, something that you can kind of like hop in and learn as you go type of situation, as opposed to having to like look something up. Of course, it's more advantageous always to look something up, but it's like a lot of the things are supposed to be a little bit more intuitive, where you go in there and it's like, hey, you don't have to look at a guide and you can still kind of learn it, which is definitely not the temple. It's sure you can probably learn it after like spending a lot of time with it, but like it's very convoluted, and it's like the UI also doesn't help. It's like, why can't you just explain like, hey, this upgrades this, or this upgrades this, or something like that in the UI in the game itself? Like, why don't you just do that? So it's like, very convoluted, very badly explained, all that stuff. And on top of it, it's like the rewards aren't great right now either. So it's like there's not really much of a reason to run the temple. So hopefully after the reward changes, it'll be better. But personally, as a person that doesn't like, I don't like the mapping stuff that takes you out of the map flow, like even expedition, I think I don't like, because like it causes you to be like, okay, I'm going zoom, and all of a sudden I have to sit down and think. So it's kind of the same thing where like, it's even a layer beyond that, where it's like, now I got to go through a loading screen into a empty room that you have to walk down this long ass hallway to get to the terminal. Now you got to sit there, and then now you think. And then you go in there after you're done, and then you like, the density is not even that high in there either. So it's like, it takes you completely out of the mapping experience. And I've never liked mechanics like that, even in Path of Exile 1. Like, I'm not a fan of like incursions. And I mean, this is an incursion league. I'm not a big fan of incursions in general, because it's kind of the same thing, even though it's better. Like, I'd say the density in incursion is better. I think it's snappier, it's faster, right? It's just like, okay, you open the map, you look for the boss that gives you the right thing, and then you go, right? So it's like, I personally, I don't connect with this league, but on top of that, I think the league is also like, right now at this point, like very badly designed and very unintuitive. I also think like, I agree that the arms stuff, like I would have very much preferred, like what you said, die 5 times, then you lose it, because like there might be some super rare arm stuff. Like for example, you said that you do it every single time. You've never seen movement speed, right? So now you set up your movement speed. Next map, oh shoot, something happens. Your game freezes, bugs out, whatever. You're dead. All that time spent looking for something that's potentially build making that's really cool. Well, that's gone now. Like it, it's like, oh, play better or whatever. But these things happen, right? You just accidentally die, especially like maybe you're looking at chat, something, or your internet bugs out. And there's like,
you're looking at chat. Hey, that's a streamer issue, okay?
That is a streamer issue, but your internet could like bug out, or like your computer.
He's got all the
out,
excuses ready.
or like whatever, right? This patch has been buggy in general. Like there's plenty of reasons why you would die beyond just like your gear is bad or whatever. And it would be a shame if that happens. Also, just for like a casual player, right? That's so casual, not friendly. It's like, somebody goes in there and like they're trying to learn the game, and then they get this prosthetic arm. Like, oh, it's so cool. Next map, they lose it.
One thing though about this though, we're probably gonna get more bad leaks because some things they just want to put in the game. In the end, the temple does make the game better because it does bring a lot of cool new things to the game. I think that's also sometimes they just have to take an L as a leak, I guess, to add something cool in the game that improves the game over the long term. I think that's what this is, and that's fine.
And it'll get better over time for sure. There's no way it stays like this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I would say every day you play Path of Exile 2, every day you play Path of Exile 2, it's the worst it's ever been, and it's only going to get better.
True. I mean, well, sort of.
We're doing a Path of Exile 2 podcast. This dooming is like very front loaded, but I would assume all of us are having a wonderful time playing overall, though. So
yeah. I mean, all of us are enjoying the league a lot, I'm sure.
I kind of would like to also start with when we talk about temple is I think of course all the like bad stuff is very very in the front right now. I think first of all starting with, for example, the design, everything, how it looks, and the design of all the Vaal stuff and everything, I was really like impressed with during the campaign. And also at the same time, when I was playing through the campaign, the temple felt actually insanely nice. It was super, super cool in campaign. I really loved it. It was basically perfect. You had it might have also been the discovery aspect that you did it for the first time, but I think the positives of the temple are 100% there. There's a lot of stuff there where I really like the approach of the idea. And I think I just think that, and I said this in the Tribe podcast too, I just think that it wasn't the right time to concentrate on a league mechanic like that, because I do feel like a little bit, and this is going to be hyperbolic, it is, but I feel like we have a car with flat tires a little bit, and we just got like a sick car stereo. I think we needed new tires a little bit first, So that doesn't mean the car stereo isn't gonna be nice eventually once we can actually use the car again when we get the new tires. But we kind of needed something different, I think, at this stage. And I was very confused, just like reflecting on the whole temple thing overall now, because I think this time, and this is like as someone who has no idea about like game development or whatever, it is super, super weird, obviously, or it could be super, super wrong. But for me, it just felt like time that could have been spent on something where I think a lot of the community would have been more engaged with, because Jonathan said the main reason why they did that and why they think it is very important even in an early access game for some reason is to do these leaks, is that is what brings in the returning players. And I have to say I kind of disagree on that. I think a lot of people would have not I think there would have been a lot of people that would have said, oh, damn, they actually overhauled the endgame. Damn, the endgame loop is, we have the druid now. We have like 2 other ascendancies. We have an overhaul of the weapon skills, or like more skills have been adjusted for the game. We have new weapons and all of that. I don't think, and then it would have been the druid league. And we actually would have had something to do more in the endgame or whatever. I personally, I just really disagree with that point on that one. I think no one would have said, but where's my league mechanic? My actual league mechanic? I think like everyone's doing Abyss now anyway again, because Abyss was a fucking home run. Everyone's doing Abyss. No one is complaining that, oh wait,
People just want
everyone's
loot and
complaining.
dopamine. That's it.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, loot is good. So I think there's very, very heavy positives about the temple. I think it's going to be an amazing. I'm calling it now. It's going to be an amazing league mechanic in the future. Something that people really want to do. I just think we got it at the right time, and I was just confused about the
Yeah.
timer spell. And someone really wanted to say the words IKEA Vaal Factory. So apparently it's that. But yeah, I think there's very heavy positives. I was just confused about the timing a little bit. I think it's going to be insane. I'm having a ton of fun this league. I really like it. I was a little bit underwhelmed with the Atziri fight because it was just
Super easy. Yeah,
it
insta-dead.
was way too easy. And don't tell me now in the comments that it was just because I have like my build is not good at my build was not good at single target damage.
What's her life? Is it like the Abyss boss?
It was
last
way
patch?
less.
3 million. Yeah, it's the Abyss boss.
So it's like
It was-
Jesus, man. Come on, GGG.
Yes, it is so low.
That
It is so
tilts
low.
me so much.
No, but
we used to
okay,
have
wait,
bosses with
wait.
30 million life,
Wait.
and now we're down to 3 million pinnacles.
No. Hold on. There's going to be an Uber version. They 100%
Yeah,
are going to make
but-
more Uber versions of these bosses. I promise you. Like, but yeah, it's weird right now. They should have already made 2 versions, but it's like maybe there is a second version. I haven't discovered
yeah,
it yet, but
true.
yeah, there's going to
3
be Uber
million is
versions.
really low.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes it approachable, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of my soapboxes on this podcast, the comments always like, Kyle, stop asking for mid-league patches. Where like they save the good stuff for the league launches, and I'm just, like, we never get mid-league patches, and then we get this 0.4, and it is unfinished, unpolished. Where has the stuff been that's cooking? I genuinely don't think this Fate of the Vaal, like if we were supposed to get the endgame rework right now, right? Was the Fate of the Vaal supposed to be the cornerstone of that endgame rework? Or did they just give us a side piece of the endgame rework and the real endgame rework is something else? Because if this was supposed to be the cornerstone of the endgame rework, that's shocking. I'm really hoping this is just something they threw together, like it was supposed to be in addition to the endgame rework, because like
But
this is
there's no
so
endgame rework
undercooked
yet.
to me. Well, yeah, but
But
that's
they
what
said
like
they didn't have time,
this patch
right?
was supposed to be it, right? So like,
Yeah,
where was
they
this
should have
Fate
never
of the
said
Vaal in that? Where would like
Yeah.
is this supposed to be like? Did they pivot to this after the fact they realized they couldn't do the endgame rework? Like, where did this fall into that? Is my question.
Well,
Um,
I think like the Fate of All was always planned. So because Jonathan has gone, and I don't like the way that they're approaching this. Jonathan says that, and he said this in the past, that people are not going to come to a league if there's no league mechanic. They're like, data shows this, we know this, like people aren't going to come to the league. And I think this harkens back to what Rabbit was saying, and I completely agree. I've been saying that as well since the beginning. Like, you know, why do we need this half-baked league mechanic when, you know, you could have just spent the time like working on endgame or something like that? It's like the tires are flat. We need to fix the tires. Don't add a stereo, right? Like, I think I completely agree with that, and it's something I've been talking about since like forever ago. But it also goes back to what Cal's saying, that I think it's because they are treating this too much as a fully released game as opposed to an early access game. The reason why they care about more players coming is because, hey, this is a new league launch. We need to have more players. But the thing is like, no, I don't think you need to worry about attracting players right now. You need to worry about making the game good. Fixing some of the, I mean, the game is very good, let's be clear, but it's like fixing a lot of the problems that, you know, when you attract those new players, they're like, oh, this is amazing, right? As opposed to attracting a new player and having them come like, oh, this is half baked. Like, this is the time to do that. This is the time to go and fix the problems. Like, sure, the next league might not have a new league mechanic. Sure, the player numbers might be lower, but we were in early access. The player numbers aren't supposed to be that high anyways. It is a miracle and like an amazing thing and a testament to how good the game is that there are so many players playing this early access game. But I don't think you should be placing the new player, like the getting the numbers higher as your priority right now, as opposed to the priority making the state of the game better. I think that should be the priority over like attracting new players. And
there's
mhm.
if I could say one thing also about like what you're saying, because like there's one thing that really annoys me. They said that they're gonna move over all the Path of Exile 1 MTXs to PoE 2. We barely get any each patch. But this mystery box has more stuff than I've ever seen in a mystery box.
I was
Like,
blown
what the
away, but thank
fuck?
you for bringing that up. Why are you releasing a mystery box right now? Are you kidding?
No, but that's fine. The mystery box is fine. But like, why the fuck do we get so little of our existing MTXs, which they have said we're gonna put those all in PoE 2? Where are they? Like, it's pissing me off, dude. It's annoying. And then we get an MTX box with amazing MTXs, by the way. Like, I really like some of them. But what the hell, dude? They had time to do, like, I had to scroll and scroll and scroll. Yeah, like, all of them are so cool. There's some of this is one of the better mystery boxes I've ever done. By the way, mystery boxes, for the people that don't know, a mystery box, everything that's in that box will go into the store individually after 2 leaks. So if you like something in a mystery box, but you don't want to gamble, because like, I mean, the chances are insanely low to get what you want to get, just wait 2 leaks, you'll have it. You don't have to buy like 5 million boxes. So yeah. No,
we did a hideout showcase contest not long ago, and like of all the PoE 1 hideout vets, like their biggest complaint was like, there's so much stuff they have from PoE 1 that they can't use in PoE 2, and that's like the biggest limit. Like one of the biggest limitations is like those MTXs aren't brought over and stuff. And yeah, I agree. Yeah, we've heard that complaint before. I didn't realize that they came in 2 leagues though. So that is better.
Yeah,
it just, you don't have to buy them. It's for people with like fuck you money or like a problem.
A problem, yeah. I'm part of that camp of I have a problem.
I honestly, I have never touched a single mystery box in like any game. I have bought some, like I bought founder packs for PoE 2, and I've spent some of those points in like some cool MTXs for skills. But this whole mystery box thing, I personally never got it, because I get that games are doing it because people are buying it. I personally, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know why anyone would. I don't care either way.
Whales,
you
man.
You don't have to open the mystery box, and like they don't have to put it in. I couldn't.
No, it's fine they put it in. It's just the amount. Like, it's just the amount like that's in this box when they said like, hey, we're gonna put these.
They clearly put work into those skins. Like they put a lot of work into those skins that could have been like, transferring those old skins over and stuff, reanimating them and stuff.
What's in the box?
Do the old ones first, and then like at least show that you are going to do that. Like barely anything went in this patch. Like there's like 5 things, like or like 10 lines of like in the patch notes.
I think it's like kind of like a slap in the face, kind of like with that aspect. I never even thought about it from that perspective, but like it's a little bit of a slap in the face because they don't do mystery boxes in Path of Exile 1 League launches anymore. They only do it during Path of Exile 2 launches.
No, they do.
When was the last one?
Every league, there's definitely one.
No,
there was one this
time.
No,
there was no mystery box. Nope.
Was there no mystery box, chat?
Nope, there was no mystery box. There was no mystery box for this one. There's no mystery box for Mercenaries. I don't know. I don't think there was one for Pharesia either. They were all for PoE 2. Since PoE 2 came out, I don't think there has been a single mystery box in PoE 1. So it's like on top of like them not focusing, and this is a very small thing, by the way. This is like, who cares, right? It's fucking MTX, right? Who the fuck cares? But while we're on the topic, right? It's like they have not. I don't think they've gotten the mystery box for Path of Exile 1 since Path of Exile 2 has come out. So on top of being like, hey, we don't care about like the old MTX coming out, it's like, here, buy new MTX. So it's like they're purposely putting it in Path of Exile 2 only because probably one, they don't have the development time for like, you know, making a mystery box for every single league for like Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2, but also Path of Exile 2 has the people want more MTX because there's not enough of it, right? Or like they don't think there's enough of it. So it's like a double whammy there.
Yeah. I just want my old sets.
Yeah,
and
no,
they said they're gonna put them in, like give it to us, and then like if you have like if you can put like 50 plus items in a mystery box, you could also move over. I don't know, like I feel like they could put a bit more effort in like putting the old stuff over during a beta. I know they need to make money, and I respect that, but like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's an early access. You don't need to make the money now. You really don't. You made a ton of money already.
Yeah, I didn't even realize like early on, like I bought like a $100 skin for a very specific build I was gonna do because it just like matched the theme of it, and like I just didn't even know they didn't work in PoE 2 at the time. I was just like, oh, damn, I just spent $100 and I still can't use that skin. So that's been my experience with buying skins, and I haven't bought a skin since. I bought the Founders packs. I bought a couple of those, but
I usually buy the Founders packs and like supporter packs.
Or the supporter packs, whatever they're called. Yeah.
Back to the Vaal Temple thing, and like back to the actual topic. I don't bringing us all the way back. I've had this on my mind this entire time, but I saw a couple comments in chat talking about how like, oh no, the temple mechanic is great. You just need to learn how to do it, right? It's actually very rewarding. The thing is, right? If you think about it this way, there's a problem when you are one of the only people saying that's a good league mechanic, and 90% of the people out there are saying it's not. Maybe it is good, but if only 5% of people get to enjoy it, that's a problem, right? So it's like, I think like there's a lot of people out there who are probably going to be in the comments of the YouTube channel as well. It's like, oh, I love the league mechanic. It's great. You guys just aren't taking the time to do it. But like, there's something to be said about like, there's a reason why 90% of the people are having an issue with it. It's not that those people are dumb. It's just that maybe it's not intuitive to do, or it's not very fun to do. There's a reason why they don't want to do it. If it was the other way around, then sure, right? But it's not that way around. It's not that way.
I agree. Yeah. I think to me, it seems like that whoever was testing it, they were very clear of the mechanics and the coding that was set up for it. They no point blind play tested it with someone was like, here, go in the temple, good luck, figure it out. That there's no way they did that, because it's just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a smooth brain. Maybe I am just dumb, but you know, I had to give up on the temple because it just did. Like again, for the first few days, I kept resetting the door. I just didn't understand what was happening. I thought I had to click new temple run, and then it reset it, and then once I figured out like how to level it up, it's just I still haven't gotten to Ziri, and I want to kill her. Less now that I know she's only 3 million, but
no, she's awesome.
Kill her.
You want to see that? Like, it's cool.
You want to see
the loot from her is awesome. Did you guys see that the Vertex, by the way, can be corrupted to +4 all skills?
That's crazy.
Corrupted gems, right? Is
no, it's just all skills. It's the Vertex. Remember that Vertex helmet? Let me find the screenshot I saw of it.
What?
It can get +4 all skills on it. Let me find it.
Is that the one that with the support gems, or
this one right here? I'm posting it in Disc.
Damn. Did you
crazy, right?
Okay, that's crazy.
Let me post.
Oh man, yeah, I just did a double corrupt like quickly.
Yeah, Vertex Helm, the one that has no attribute requirements. Skill gems have no attribute requirements. You can get rid of one of the lines, and you can get either % increase attributes. You get mana cost efficiency, increased chance to inflict ailments. Woohoo! And you get 2 to 4 level of all skills.
All skills. When I saw this, I was like, huh? That's not real, is it? And then it is real. All skills on this helmet. And it's got cool. Like, there's definitely going to be a really fun build you're going to make around this. It's just, Why are they
Wait, what
keep
was the
leaning into
downsides
all
again on that
skills,
one?
man?
There is no downside for this helmet.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's
This
sick.
helmet's just like it's a weird it's a cool helmet for very building like it. Yeah, it'll be used in
Dude.
weird builds for sure.
While we were talking about that, I just used that thing where you like replace up to 2 modifiers, and I used it on a Viper cap, and it removed the
Surround.
9 life regen per second, and it turned it into 1.4 of maximum life per second while surrounded.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's pretty dang good.
Damn.
Yeah,
Pretty
the corruption
sweet.
stuff is really cool. Is there any other corrupts that
Yeah.
you guys have found? Like this was the one I saw this morning. I was like, "There's no way that's real." And is there anything else that stands out to you guys that you found?
Well, one of the again, I don't know what tier plague fingers are right now, but they're expensive as hell. That's for sure. They used to be like a 1 exalt item, and now they are multi divs. Do you guys know if they changed the tiering of that at all?
I
Which
would
one?
assume that's just a fub gun effect.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Plague fingers, it's the poison gloves.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've never
it's the
They're
one
used
just
where
widely used, right? I
yeah,
think they're
Pretty
just
sure it's just a
widely,
fub gun
widely used.
effect.
So the
Yeah.
reason why I was thinking that it might have been changed to a higher tier is one for the price, right? I understand the fub gun effect, but like even if you gave the fub
It's
gun
powerful,
effect,
dude.
like it
It's
is powerful,
powerful.
but if you think about it, if the way I'm thinking about it this way, right? Even if you gave it the fub gun effect, right? If an item was used to be super super common, let's say it's like a random I don't know, like uh Wanderlust shoes, right? Those are really common. Those are people use them a lot, right? Let's say in the latest Flub Gun build, Wanderlust is the meta boot. I don't think that it would cost 4 divs at its current drop rate, right? At least I
Test
don't.
it out.
I,
Just
well,
throw out feelers.
well, I kind of did test that out actually. Funny enough, go on a tangent. So because Plague Fingers were so expensive, I made a video talking about Original Sin because Plague Finger Original Sin basically do the same thing for a poison build. Now I know the Plague Fingers are better because you can inflict ailments with the Plague Fingers, like so you could shock with your arrows without having to do anything special. Whereas if you use Original Sin, it converts it all to chaos, so you can't shock anymore with natural means. But Original Sin is 20 exalts, and Plague Finger is 4 divs. At least at the time it was. So for most people building up to it, you should just use the Original Sin, and then later on when you have the money, just get when you have the economy, you can get the Plague Fingers, right? But I made a video about that, and it went from 20 exalts to 2 divs that night.
Is it still at 2 divs?
No, it's at 20 exalts again.
Typical streamer.
Okay.
It's 20 exalts
Typical
again,
streamer
which is
ruining the game for other people.
which is
for the normal man.
why I'm like, I think the tiering might have changed because the same thing happened where a lot of people bought into it and then it went up, but like eventually supply and demand kind of leveled out, right? So I feel like potentially the tiering went up. But all of this to say, as I think Playfinger is also a very interesting Vaalborn unique because it has the ability to get plus levels to chaos spells now, and also increase magnitude of poison you inflict as well. Like you got some nice buffs there. So that's another really cool one or really good one that got added in.
Am I the only one that's tilted that we're getting more plus gem level stuff? Like, am I the only one that's bothering? Like, this helmet's cool, +4 all skills, but +2 chaos skills. Like, we been complaining about gem level scaling being annoying and like too required and stuff. Like now we're getting it everywhere else. Like,
yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't know. I wish it wasn't the case, but I also think that.
Yeah. No. Sorry. Finish your point.
I was just saying that I don't like. The more I think about it, the more I feel like they're not going to change it because it goes back to like what I was saying earlier about things being very intuitive, and this is a very intuitive thing.
that's true. Gem skills are just straight up easy to understand.
Someone told me, this is just hearsay basically, but someone told me they mentioned somewhere in the ZiggyD interview or something after the initial drop that was mentioned, and that they said that is going to be a point of addressing in the future. But I might be completely wrong here, but I that is just, I heard that. So it's confusing to me that it is the counterpoint to that would actually be that to see what's happening in this patch again, because it's on the forefront again on every single thing, and getting that plus spell level is still like the non plus ultra for everything else. So yeah, we'll see.
Do you have a feeling on the gem level scaling, Kongor? I don't think we've ever had that conversation with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's either, yeah. The only way to fix it either stays or it just all goes away. I personally don't have a problem with it. I mean, like, it is a kind of a cheesy stat, right? It's like if you don't have it on a weapon, the weapon kind of sucks. Like, it is kind of weird. It's a little overpowered. Yeah, there's always going to be that one stat where it's like if you don't have that, your weapon sucks, right? So, yeah. So, yeah, it exists. I have a bigger problem with Rarity being on gear.
I had a question about Rarity, actually. Like, I have not looked into anything Rarity-wise. I've not been stacking Rarity. What is the state of Rarity?
If you don't have it, you're just basically fucking yourself, and that's always how it's going to be.
Really?
I feel like it's just just stupid because, like, it's a very easy thing to fix. Make it tie to, like, doing those quests. Like, you complete one of those quests, you get 5% more rarity, and then, like, you've done all the quests and you're basically end-game farming, so everyone is basically getting the same amount of rarity instead of, like, some guys are getting more rarity than others. It's just creating issues because now you're just having, like, these insane rarity bots, and people in group play are getting more than anyone else. And, like, I also have a problem with group play being as profitable as it is. Like, I just feel, I mean, what the fuck is the point of even mapping by yourself unless, like, it's a personal goal? I hate Rarity the way it works. Because the reason why I hate it is because for some classes it's way easier to fit in Rarity than others. Like, for me, Rarity only happens when I'm in max. Because before that, no way, Jose. I need my resist, I need my life, I need my armor, or whatever the fuck it is that I need at that moment. Rarity just doesn't have a spot on my item until, like, I can min max, and that is pretty damn late in the league where I start min maxing. So it's annoying. It's just stupid that some people completely skip this problem, and that's why group play is so OP, because, like, you only need one person in your group that has that rarity, and that's it. And they do it from literally day one, and we have to work our way up. So there's, like, this massive unbalance of stuff, which is just stupid. And there's, like I said, there's such easy ways to fix it. And yeah, maybe someday it will happen. Who knows?
I think that Rarity topic has been one we go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, we have been going over that a lot, and my opinion has kind of shifted on that, because being, oh no, I'm about to say it. Coming from Diablo 2, I was always, like, a big fan of Rarity, and, like, because of all the magic find stuff in Diablo 2 and everything, I always enjoyed that, but it functioned fundamentally different in Diablo 2, so it's kind of what everything. Yeah, I'm in exactly the same boat. I think it would be a net positive to address the rarity thing. They did address it now in this league in a way that got me very, very confused, because they said, okay, instead of addressing what rarity actually does when it is on your character, we are going to address how much rarity you get on the certain items. And it basically had the opposite effect of what it should have been doing, because if we now can get less rarity on each of our gear pieces, it means that it becomes even more important to get it on these gear pieces, because we still want to hit that, like, magical threshold that we had before. And that was just very, very confusing to me. I think it would be just great for the overall player base if it shouldn't apply. It shouldn't apply to currency. It shouldn't be that much of a stat. I get the specialization that you can do with a rarity character and how it can be a cool thing or whatever, but just for the overall majority of players, I don't think the Giga Blasters, like for example, I'm playing my plant druid, and my first real like focus when I built the character, because I exactly play a kind of character that Kongor just mentioned that can just easily fit in rarity. I had 120 rarity first thing, basically, when I was in T50 maps. First thing I did 120 rarity. Because I like the system as it is right now, the system that we have, I obviously I like getting things. I'm doing a lot of stuff that might be more efficient when it comes to currency making or something like that. I sometimes don't do that stuff because I prefer like Abyss and I prefer Breach, just like getting those raw things on the ground. So of course I like to do Rarity, but I think there's a better system probably in the future for it. So I was just a little bit confused of how they addressed it, because they said they did address it, but in a way that it's just, to me, that was just kind of counterintuitive to what it actually should have been addressed. So yeah, still torn a little bit.
Yeah. I was on vacation when they did the announcement, so I didn't really listen to everything super closely. So when people were saying like, "Oh, they made it so that you get less rarity on gear," I'm like, that doesn't make any sense at all. Why would they do that? I was like, okay, maybe you guys are misunderstanding, and maybe we're all misunderstanding. Maybe it's that they are lowering the ceiling for rarity, like the diminishing return ceiling, right? Because it was 150%. Maybe they were lowering it to 100%, so it's like easier to get to the cap, or like not the cap, but like the diminishing returns. That so now it's like less important because you can just get it on like 1 or 2 pieces of gear and then you're done. But them lowering how much you can get per piece of gear, like you said, is just completely counterintuitive. I don't know. At that point, it was like a "do you guys even play your game" type of situation, or do you understand our struggles? Like
I agree.
it was appalling to me. But I think, like, talking about, again, we always talk about this, but I do think that right now rarity is necessary. Now, I don't think it's necessary on gear. We could put this somewhere else, like you said, Kongor. Like if you do something, it naturally gives it to you. But I do think rarity is necessary on right now in the game to affect currency, because if you think about it this way, mapping is still one of the worst ways to get money in the game. Like just pure mapping for rarity is still one of the worst ways to get money in the game. It's way better to just go run Sekimas. It's way better to Citadel hop. It's way better to do these other things, right? So mapping with rarity being the way it is right now is still not very good. So if you removed rarity from affecting currency, or remove rarity as in general, that would make mapping even worse. So it's like, I feel like, in my opinion, most people want to map. Mapping is the most fun thing for most people to do. So if you made mapping even worse, then the game would be in a way worse state than it is right now. So I don't think that at the moment they can remove rarity, but later on down the line, when they add more ways for you to make currency while mapping, kind of like in Path of Exile 1, then I think rarity can be removed. And I know people in chat have been saying, like Jonathan did confirm, that they regret adding rarity in the way it is, and they're going to remove it eventually.
I don't think it has to be removed, but it's just a different way to add it to gear.
I mean, Path of
Like,
Exile
not
1
as
has
a
rarity,
prefix or
right?
suffix. Yeah. But it's different there.
Yeah, it's
like it's
different.
a bigger problem here than in Path of Exile.
Yeah, because it doesn't affect currency in Path of Exile 1.
As someone whose
Exactly.
builds are often swimming in the mud, I can never fit rarity on my gear. I need every stat roll I can get, so it is very frequent that I have 0 rarity. So that is why I farm Sekimas so much. Sekimas is really nice when you have no rarity and can go fast. That's good or that's not good to hear that it's still the same though, because I have not been following the rarity meta. And yeah, when we talked about it like a couple weeks ago, it was just like, isn't it just going to make ritualists just as important for rarity farming? You still have 3 rings and the boost to the stats, so
it's even better now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just it was a weird change in my head when he said it. Yeah. Last topic, we kind of touched on it earlier. What I don't know if we ever actually talked about this with you, Kongor. Did you what are your thoughts on the state of PoE 1 and PoE 2? You played a lot of PoE 1 this last league, a lot more than me and Miso. Are you okay with the state of like getting these
What's
two
happening
leagues
on
like
Kongor's
this?
screen? Sorry.
I just bricked an
Oh.
item.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
I just saw your
Yeah.
reaction. I just saw your reaction in red chat. I was like, dude, this guy's a degenerate gambler. He can't even stop himself from gambling. Yes.
I just destroyed
Brick.
I saw the reaction. I was like, Cal said last topic, and you went like, oh no, wait, was that that looked like a gambling reaction there?
I did 3 gambles just now.
I missed that.
3 constricting commands and like the double corrupt thing where like you get a red stat. And my non-spirit helm, great. The other 2 that did have spirit and were expensive, they died.
Oof.
But it is what it is. So, but what my opinion, like the state of PoE 1, like as in like how PoE 1 is versus 2, I don't know. Like I'm a very simple man. I just enjoy PoE 1 each time, and I don't know. Like, do I feel
But you didn't
like as
vibe with
in-
the negative feelings because a lot of like what I heard from 3.27 was it was undercooked, and that's what people are saying about this one with 0.4.
What was 327 again? I even forgot what the
Breach.
league mechanic. Oh yeah, the
Breach.
tree. The tree. Okay, the breach was kind of boring. I stopped doing it. Like the new breach is actually. I hope it never makes it into.
It has
PoE2.
the same problem as this one. It's too
Yeah, bad
long and
rewards.
it's not rewarding. It's the same
Yeah.
problem.
I do like the Vaalborn item introduction though. I think that is really cool.
Mhm.
Vaalborn's double massive W. But like the breach with all the walls sucks. It had one upside. If you did Valdo runs, it basically deletes half the map. You barely have to do anything, and your Valdo map is done because everything that spawned inside of that breach didn't count towards the Valdo. So that's pretty fun. And I run a lot of Valdos with the builds that I usually play. But overall, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the tree. The tree never gave me a mage blood, so fuck that tree. Yeah, it's that simple, dude. Like you don't give me anything, then I don't like it. Simple as that.
I actually think the tree is very for me, my experience is I like the tree. It never gave me a mage really
Yeah,
either.
sure.
It never gave me anything. But I think
Oh.
it was a fun mechanic. I think the league mechanic, like the breach, doing the breach itself, was not good for the same reasons why the Vaal Temple's not good. It takes way too long and gives you way too little rewards. Like I always did the old breach, right? Because they had 3 versions. They had the old breach, sort of, where you were racing against the clock. You had the tower defense in the map itself, and you had the fortress where you went in, right? For me, the tower defense and the fortress were always way too long and never gave enough rewards. So that's why I never did it. But for the quick one, I did, because it's like you quick in and out, or quick, you step over it, easy. Old breach, basically, right? And
yeah, the old breach. It was an improved new old breach. Like
Exactly.
It's like, I loved it. It was great. The circle just stays big, and you just go back to the middle. You kill a couple dudes.
Yep.
And done.
So, like,
yeah, that one was
awesome.
Cool.
So if they, I think like at least in its current state, the old breach, they can keep, but the other ones I think can go. But yeah, I think Cal's probably trying us to transition us smoothly into the topic about 2 games and whether or not they can handle 2 games, right?
Oh, I just wanted we've talked about it plenty, but Kongor, like, from the vibe I'm getting, you're happy getting just 2 leagues, even if they're just a little less.
I love it.
Steam.
When I'm bored of PoE 2, I play PoE 1. When I'm bored of PoE 1, I play PoE 2. I'm really sad that this. I applied for front page on the end of December because I was like, maybe end of December we're getting a new league, yay! But then it's like 12 December, and like, fuck, too early. I'd rather had them just wait till January. I think January for
we called for
0.4 would have been great. Yeah, like just take your time. Like, don't rush. Like, if it's not done, it's not done. Like GGG is one of the few developers that still, goes by that rule. It's done what it's done. I wish, they stay true to that. Just take your time, make it good, and then we're happy. Dude, no one gives a fuck if you are maybe a week or 2 weeks late. We'd rather just have something good. I was surprised because it was maybe like 5 or 6 weeks between PoE 1 League and PoE 2. That's quick. That's very fast.
It was less than 4 months for sure.
I mean, it's 4 months in between, right? But it's
Yeah, it's only 4 months in between, but it was less than 4 months.
Yeah. Just take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbit and I were.
Go ahead.
No, go.
I don't know.
Rabbit and I were predicting for like a while that we thought they were going to delay to January. Just like we just assumed they were not going to have it done in time. We thought like, and we would not have been upset at all. I was very shocked that we got the early December. Miso was always like, no, they're going to release it December, but I always thought it was going to be January, and I would not have been upset, but again, we're still having fun right now. But
yeah, it's still a good time. But
we're spoiled. It should be mentioned again. We are spoiled to get like 2 games of this caliber from the same company every 2 months. Everything that we are saying is under the umbrella of us being like basically spoiled brats. So I think that is very, very important to mention. So,
but that's why I also say take your time. Like I don't care.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Like take your time.
Yeah. I mean, I think it goes back to them saying like we're gonna be sticking with a release schedule versus like content. If you remember that, between 0.1 and 0.2 with the 5 months, they were like, yeah, okay, well, or was it 0.2 and 0.3, right? They're like, yeah, we're gonna stick with a release schedule now instead of doing a content schedule, and that should help out a lot with like the timing stuff. Because I mean, inevitably, people are going to complain about the longer. Like we're only complaining now. I feel like at least a lot of people are, maybe not all, that they should have waited. But then, like, I think it would have been the opposite effect too. A lot of people were like, you should have just released it early. Like, people are going to complain either way, right? I fully am of that belief that would have happened.
People love the complaint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any final thoughts before we dive into build of the week?
I think like there is kind of going a little bit back, like on Kongor's comment about like they should think about like PGG is one of those companies that's like it's done what it's done. We care about quality. It feels like they have been stepping away from that a little bit as of late. And I talked about it on my stream. It feels like I feel like there is a lot of sentiment that I have never seen from Path of Exile before about people not believing in GGG and people being like, well, they're probably going to do X thing that's bad because it's Path of Exile 2 or something like that. I feel like that maybe less for Path of Exile 1. The sentiment is there, but definitely for Path of Exile 2, it feels like the player sentiment and like, respect for GGG and like what they do and like, their prestige as like a game developer is slowly getting hurt, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys feel that at all.
I don't think it's gonna get hurt. I think people will keep playing it. Like,
I mean, they'll keep playing it, but I think like the player sentiment about GGG and specifically Jonathan has like over time just been like less and less, like, because in the past it was always like GG's gonna fix it. GGG knows what to do. They're gonna fix the problem, right? Whereas it doesn't feel like that is the sentiment and thought, like at least the feeling that I get from people about the game.
I think that's overblown. I honestly think that's overblown. Just me personally, and
I mean, it's not about being overblown or not. I do think it's overblown, but what I'm talking about is player sentiment.
I also don't think it's gonna happen. I think GGG still has a big.
No, again, it's not about what we think. It's about what the people think.
Yeah, but I don't think the people actually think this. It's like a vocal minority.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly
was part
think,
of that, like with my tweet. Like, never been more disappointed with a patch. Like that tweet kind of blew up, but I am not very happy with the patch. I'm not happy with the patch, but that doesn't mean I'm unhappy with Jonathan or GGG because I know they will
Yep.
just keep delivering, and I think the people that really complain, they were gonna complain anyways, even if even if you have the best league ever, there's just gonna be some negative people here and there. There's just they get a little bit more attention now, but I still think it's a vocal minority in general. I think people still praise the hell out of this game because there's no ARPG that comes close to it, and people know that.
And it goes back to all the complaints, and especially we mentioned this on this podcast a lot because this is a podcast about PoE 2. There is going to be a lot of stuff that sounds like we're complaining a lot because we're talking about not only good things that we like about the game, but a lot of the stuff is, especially in a game as early as this and a game that is in early access development, there is going to be a lot of talk about things we don't like about the game and we don't want to see. I think it is once again very important to mention that all of these complaints or all of the stuff that we're saying are on a level that is very, very high in terms of we still obviously we like the game. I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't madly in love with this game. So I don't know what the English expression is, but there's a German expression of saying or for anyone German in chat who can or in the comments can translate it to English, it's meckern auf hohem Niveau. It basically means complaining on a very high. I don't know. Maybe someone can explain it. It's
complaining
we're
at a high
spoiled.
level.
Yeah, something like that on a high standard. We set a very, very high standard, or we have an extremely high standard, so that makes it easy to complain about stuff. So yeah, like we said about the temple as well, there's obvious positives and very obvious negatives. I think the whole thing of just the dooming is just tiring, to be honest. The dooming is very, very tiring. It just the game will evolve a lot, and I think GGG is also learning a lot about what's happening these days with the game and how it is to manage two games at the same time. That is also a very, very big factor. It is. I can't imagine what is. Jonathan has said in the Try interview, through the roles a little bit. He talked about it a little bit. Yeah, we're pretty spread thin, and it's getting tough on the team sometimes. And if he's saying that it must be tough. I think it is a mammoth or whatever you call it of a task to actually hold up. Mammoth. Eine Mammutaufgabe. I'm just gonna talk German now in this podcast to fully to fully say what I want. Only Kongor is gonna understand bits of it.
Yeah. But then you also have to rename yourself into a fully German name.
Ja. Ein toter Hase.
Tothase.
Und ein König Kongoro. I don't know.
To Miso's point, I do see the early. I think it's a little premature. I think I do see the inklings of the early stages of what he's saying. That tide will start to turn if we have another 3.2, 3.28 is 3.27, and then 0.5 is 0.4. I feel like a lot of people are giving GGG we had very little time between 3.27 and 0.4, and they're just now getting into this vibe of these two leagues. So I think most people are giving them a grace period, is what my vibe is. We're we understand that you're rushed. We understand that this sucks. If this continues for 3.28 and 0.5, though, I am very worried about what Miso's saying is GGG will start losing favor with the newer players that are coming to PoE 2, and not the old players. The old players are going to look back in time and be like, GGG was doing PoE 1 justice when it was the only game, and at some point they'll get that flow back for both PoE 1 and PoE 2. But anyone who's new might... maybe it might just be the spoil thing, but I could see it if this continued to happen, people would turn. But I still feel like GGG is we could be playing Diablo 4's expansion right now. It could be way worse. So I'm not doing that.
Yeah. We could be playing Diablo 4 right now.
Yeah, the expansion. I didn't even know that until yesterday.
Hey, Paladin does look cool though. They did give me the expansion, so I will eventually check it out. But yeah.
Is this the second expansion for D4? I've only got the base game.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think this was an actual expansion. It was like a DLC. That's how it felt.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the expansion's actually supposed to be next league, because right. So what it is they have, you can early access Paladin if you pre-ordered within the certain time frame. So it was like, I forgot what the time frame was. I don't know what the time frame was, but it was like, hey, if you don't buy the pre-order right now, you have to wait until next league to be able to play Paladin. That's what it is.
Really? It's even time gated. The Paladin's
it was
time gated. So
no.
Oh,
it's coming
wow.
out next league. It's coming out next league, but you can early play it right now if you had purchased it within the time period. Is what I heard.
If you purchase it in 2 weeks, you don't get a Paladin anymore.
I'm
pretty sure you still get the Paladin. Nah,
well,
dude,
you don't get
like,
access to this league, I think. Or maybe it's like you pre-order it now, you get it or something.
I have no clue.
Yeah, but I think
you sound uninformed and you're just saying something.
I mean, this is just what I've heard from people. You think I pay attention
this
to
guy
D4?
is like spreading rumors in the podcast.
you think I pay attention to D4?
Yes.
I hear Bobby Kotick knocking at the door right now. Just, excuse me, sir. Are you decreasing our shareholder value by a tiny bit right now? You're bound to die.
So you get Paladin before you pre-order, is what you said. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's just a pre-order attachment.
But either way, I think that going back to Path of Exile,
Fact check.
I think that for the, what is it called? I think the biggest problem that they need to stop doing is over-promising and under-delivering.
Yeah. No, that I 100% agree on.
I think there would be a lot less player frustration if they never said 0.4 is the endgame patch.
Yep.
If they never
100%.
said 0.4 is gonna be the endgame patch, I think people would have been, a lot more happy with the current league.
Yeah, they've done it with the Druid.
Reality.
They keep saying Druid, and I was like, okay, 0.2 Druid, 0.3 Druid. Oh, it's 0.4 Druid. Okay, so yeah, who knows what we're getting in 0.5? But yeah, like they just need to be careful with what they say, because if Jonathan says one thing, like everyone's gonna, oh my god, Jonathan said this, and you got that expectation. So they need to be very careful with that. Very, very careful.
I just always assume they're excited about the game. They can't help themselves. They're just hyped.
True. It's like their baby, right? Like it's like building something in Minecraft. You can't wait to show it to your friends. Like, look at my house. Your house looks like shit, but when you look at it, that's the coolest fucking house you've ever fucking seen. Your friends see that house, it's like a piece of shit, right? That's just how it is. Whatever you make yourself is like, I made this. Wow, look at this, right? That's just how it is. People are excited to share.
Yeah.
But they can't do that too much.
Yeah. They can't. No, it's definitely where all the problems are coming from. They set expectations too high, and we believe them, and we get too excited. But if we just got the package in front of us, we'd all be super excited. Because the Druid was fun and stuff. Speaking of Druid, let's dive into build of the week. I will be showcasing a Wyvern build, a dragon build, chicken build. I've been calling it chicken. I refuse to call it anything else. But this is from a smaller creator. His name is Morty. I've never seen a video from him before. He is doing a lightning slash, just like a Wyvern. And I'm about to be leveling one of these kind of shapeshifts, the dragon. So I haven't looked too much into it. I'm not trying to spoil my character. I want to figure out how to play the Wyvern myself. But he was using Crown of Eyes, which I always find fun. I think Crown of Eyes is one of my favorite uniques in the game to scale a character, and it looks freaking awesome. I'm not going to be doing too big of a dig analysis on how he's doing the character, because I'm being honest, I did not want to spoil myself on how to play the Wyvern, but I just saw this build this morning. I was like, oh, this looks awesome. He's a small creator, he's got 200 subscribers, and the build's popping off for someone of his size, so clearly people like it, and it just looks awesome. People talk about how the Wyvern is slow and clunky, but this looks pretty cool to me.
It's pretty slow.
Shout out to Morty.
It's pretty slow compared to any other build out there. I mean, I know everybody.
You
else
haven't played a lot of the builds I've played.
Yeah, I mean, if maybe
Thorns. No, just kidding.
I've not played Thorns this patch yet.
In the grand scheme of things, it is a slow build. I'm not saying it's
It
not
looks cool,
cool, but it is. Let's not get it twisted. It is a slow build. So yeah.
Damn, Michelle. Calm down.
No, I mean,
I don't think that's that slow.
I just want to, because
You're watching too much Fubgum Dead Rabbit builds.
the thing is, I play Wyvern and I want the class to get buffed. All right, I want to get buffed. Okay, so
It is slow.
He's a man on a mission right now.
Compared to Wolf too,
let's not
I leveled as Wolf.
spread this false notion that Wyvern is fast, because it's not.
This looks fast as
I
hell.
didn't say it was fast.
Holy.
I said it was faster than I
Dude.
expected a Wyvern
Look
to
at
be
him
clear.
go. Look, he's like, do you see how? Can you move
think
your
this-
arm that quick?
This looks amazing for Wyvern. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
for
think this
Wyvern,
looks like
yeah.
this needs an adjustment. I think this needs to be nerfed. I think.
Yeah, like that. Like
No,
he
it looks
moves
amazing. Like I'm not kidding. It looks
Why
cool.
can he move his arm faster than a mace swing?
That's crazy. The attack speed is so nuts. It looks cool with how big the arc is.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Morty, screw these guys. Your build's awesome, dude.
Yes.
this is- no,
What do you
it's
mean
a
these
good
guys?
build.
It's just me so hating.
Yeah,
I'm not
you.
hating. I said it's a good build. I'm just saying we should not spread the false propaganda that Wyvern is fast.
Yeah.
I just wait. I just hear hating. I don't know.
Giga hater me, so.
Yeah,
cool build.
I just hate all Wyvern builds. You're right.
The only Wyvern I've seen has been like your build, Miso, where you're doing the flying stuff, and the
Mhm.
flying is just that seems very slow to me. And I don't know. This was
Dude,
cool
I
looking.
promise you, if I made a wyvern, I would make it fast.
All right.
Do it. Make a speed chicken.
Speed.
Wait, why
could
is the
definitely-
wyvern a chicken? I thought Roar is a chicken.
There's so many chickens in this game.
Okay, it's just all chickens.
It's just
chickens
like
evolved the
Elden Ring,
dragon,
you know? Everything that is not a dog is a dog.
Yeah.
Miso, you want to do your build?
Yeah, sure. So
It's better be
Is it
fast now.
builds?
Oh, so I am highlighting Skadush's Balrog Bear Smithakatava. This is really cool. He takes advantage of a lot of different like mechanics with rage, and so basically there's the node that makes it so that whenever you spend, it doubles your rage, but then your rage gives no inherent bonus, but whenever you spend rage, it recovers rage, right? So he has like a lot of mechanics interacting with that to where like his rage is constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down, and he's getting rage faster and faster and faster. And he uses the kind of demon bear unique, which isn't required on the build, but basically uses a lot like cast on ailment, cast on crit, cast comets, just really, really cool, really a lot of like interplay between like different mechanics, and is able to get like endurance charges like crazy fast, and is able to use that to get various endurance charge effects to like continue making his build move more and faster. And then he uses like the cast on the Smithakatava. What is it? The cast on weapon hit or something
Cast
like
on
that.
melee,
Yeah, and he connects it with living bomb to get fire infusions, so he can make his comets fire infused comets off of cast on like I think crit or something like that, or cast on ailment. It's really cool. It's really awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Looks slow.
I was holding back from saying it.
No, it looks good.
It looks cool.
I personally, I've tried the demon form. It's fun. I don't know, like it didn't click for me personally, but it is very strong. I see a lot of people playing and like with the demon form, and it is very strong. It's really good. It's a
Does it have
very
different
very
skills or
good weapon.
something?
Like that jump that he does, that little jump, that is the demon form skill.
Comes
Like,
from
it's
the
the skill in
weapon,
the
right?
weapon. Yeah.
Mhm,
Or
yeah,
crash or
The
something.
little double hot thing.
Yeah.
I saw
It's
Palstron
funny.
using it. It looks super good.
Yeah, no, it's strong. It's very good. Absolutely. Is he also using
Yeah,
he's probably not using any spell damage, right?
I don't think
Visual
so.
clarity, by the
no.
way.
Yeah, you can't see shit playing that build. Like, it's so annoying. That's why I didn't like it. Like, I already can't see shit myself. And then with this, you really don't see shit. It's too much fire. It's crazy.
I mean, it's the same for my plant build. It's just when COC is proccing on my plant build and everything is just proccing at the same time, I can't see mechanics of the boss. It's impossible.
Oh yeah, another cool mechanic that he runs in this build is like because he's constantly generating and consuming charges, he just has like super levels of regeneration using like some of the nodes on the tree that make it whenever you consume a endurance charge, you get regeneration. So it's just like basically immortal and it's always ancestrally boosted because he has like a super long duration ancestral cry and like, everything. It's just super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Skadoosh makes dope builds.
Shout outs to Skadoosh.
He's a good creator. Do you need me to link you Rabbit's build of the week?
Astes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Go for it, Rabbit.
Oh, yeah, this was a little bit last minute, so I will not be able to tell too much of the interactions that are happening because it's also way too many interactions that are happening in this build. It is, once again, I don't think I've ever showcased a build from this creator before. I think it is, what is it? It is I think it's Aste or something. Never heard of the guy
looks sick.
before. No idea. No, it's an insane build once again. I have not seen a cooked up build in this league. A build that is this much cooked up. I checked out the ninja because someone mentioned on my stream, because everyone in my stream knows how much I love what Aste always thinks of in terms of build. And I looked at the ninja and I looked at his stream and I tried to figure out what is happening. And there is so much tech in there. It is actually insane. I think it shows.
What ascendancy? Is he the
Jin.
new
Oracle.
source?
That's the Jin.
No, he's
That's
Jin.
the Jin,
Oh,
the
he's a
new
Jin.
soy.
Yes.
I really want to do.
Jin.
Yeah, he's using both
ice
the
thing,
water
yeah.
and I think the wind one at the same time, and then he keeps up frost infusions with Nova to basically blow up the whole screen. It is
How's boss
completely
damage?
insane.
That is so
It is-
sick.
It is super, super cool. It looks very, very nice. It is extremely tanky. He's using CI, and currently, I think on his ninja, the video that you're seeing is like a few days old. I think on his ninja, I think he has like 14,000 energy shield now with CI, and it's incredible. It is an
What is that
incredible
minion?
build. He's doing like a Spectre as well.
Yeah, what is that?
I
I
forgot which
Spectres?
Spectre.
I don't know if there's.
What is that?
Are
I've
they
never seen that
specters? Yeah, they're
before.
specters. They're specters.
Those little dudes.
Yeah. It's incredible. It is so good. I will for sure. I
Howard
think one of my next
Zealots.
characters is gonna be the Jin. So yeah,
Yeah.
just go check it out. It is, once again, it is insane. When you want to see like what an original build and what like an actual person, as opposed to me just, I'm doing plants, I press entangle, I press dashing rights, haha, it works. This is how it looks when someone actually cooks up a build instead of just
Aste is everything I
looks
want to
amazing.
be. He is the perfect human form.
Okay.
This is crazy cool. This is
Mhm.
crazy cool.
Oh yeah,
when I saw that the
Zealots
source
is,
ascendancy was getting
Spectre.
12 unique skills that only it would have access to, there was gonna be something crazy. I did not think it'd be this cool looking though, and I'm sure there's plenty
Yep.
more Sork stuff out there that hasn't been touched. This is a crazy
Yeah.
combo.
The base of this clear, at least I think Rabbit mentioned earlier, is he gets infusions from
Infusions.
from Ice Bomb or whatever it's called, and then spends
That's a
it
lot
on
of buttons.
Ice Nova, Frost Nova, which does the big Nova across the screen, but when it's infused, it drops Cold Ground. So then he uses the Water Jin's ability to explode Cold Ground, and that ability does a ton of damage. And that's where he's getting most of his clear from. And I guess he's doing
That's
something with
sick.
minions as well, which is I think it's kind of crazy that he can get this level of single target for minions without like being hybrid.
If it didn't have minions, I wanted to play it.
Well, I'm
Based.
Just saying.
I'm
is
assuming it's
based.
because that the single target for like the build is like not great unless he has the minions.
Yeah. No. Well, it looks cool. Very sick.
Yeah, that's cool. Aste always delivers with something that's a spectacle. All right, well,
Very pretty.
thanks for coming on, King Kongor. It's always a
Yeah.
pleasure to chat with you.
It was awesome. Thank you for having me. It was good.
We will
It's fun to
we'll
talk.
definitely bring you back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very good talk.
Tomorrow, right?
Any plugs, shout outs?
Oh,
I'd
man.
be down for a daily podcast.
Daily podcast. Jeez.
I don't know if I could wake up early enough for that every single day. That would be rough.
Yeah, true.
I'm ready. I'm
We got the
again,
easy job.
3 hours of sleep right now still.
Hours.
Shout outs, King Kongor. Where can people follow you and such?
You can find me on Twitch under the name King Kongor, on YouTube under the name King Kongor, on X under the name King Kongor, on everywhere under the name King Kongor.
Feel like there's a pattern there.
Yeah. I managed to get
Yeah.
my name everywhere except in Path of Exile 2.
Well,
Unlucky.
Unlucky.
happens.
King
But
Kongor
yeah,
on OnlyFans. Yep.
Yep, true. OnlyFans, King Kongor, you name it. Yep, 100%, guys. No, but yeah, it was fun. Thank you so much for having me. Good topics, fun talk. Always nice to talk to you guys. Amazing. Absolutely. Looking forward to the next time.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your league, man.
Yeah,
Miso,
you too.
Go ahead.
As per usual, twitch.tv MisoXure, youtube.com/MisoXure. If you're probably listening to this, you're probably there. Stream every single day. Currently doing a Wyvern Gemling build. Super fun. Not the best clear, but hey, you know, we do it for the fun. We live for love of the sport. We do it because Wyvern is sick and Flame Breath is cool.
Hello.
But slow.
I'm
So slow.
Mm-hmm.
it needs a buff, right?
Yes.
What is not
100%.
slow is my plant druid right now. No, I'm still gonna be on the plant druid. I had like a little bit of a shorter stream today, but other than that, we've been blasting on the druid. Need to take it slow a little bit. I've been having like a pretty high fever for the last 2 days, so
Oh, no.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
running on fumes. I'm running on fumes right now a little bit, but we'll get there. Just at 97 today. I think like on PoE Ninja, I think I'm number 8. I'm number 8 Oracle right now. So I did get the
Oh, yeah.
leaderboard that I wanted after all. So wow, let's go. So I don't know, but probably I'm gonna take it a little bit slower over the next few days. If you still want to see me do my thing, it's Dead Rabbit on Twitch. I also got that name. I don't have X though, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know.
Wait, should I? Oh, you mean X like that? I thought like as in Miso X0.
Oh no, I don't.
King
Like,
X,
I don't.
King,
I don't
King
have
X
social
Kongor
media.
and Dead X Rabbit.
Calyx
Yes.
Torak.
Calyx Torak. Hell yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. My wife always calls miso just miso soup.
That
Yeah,
is
but
what it
the-
is. That is what it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, Shiru is soup?
Yeah, soup in Japanese.
Oh shit! Nice.
Anytime I YouTube his channel, I get a bunch of like ramen videos. It's
That's good though. That's fire.
oh, that was great. Yeah. But thanks for everybody for tuning in. I don't know what I'm having a build crisis of identity right now. I might be on something weird. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. But yeah, guys, this is the holiday season. Just keep in mind it's time to spread cheer. Call your parents, tell them you love them. Just be happy. Happy holidays, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
See you later.